at noon.
Good afternoon and a very happy Friday to all of you. I am Laura Hediger in for Emily Rao. News 4 is standing by as we wait to hear about the plans to keep the Rams here in St. Louis. Right now, we are waiting to hear live from the two-man task force appointed by Governor Jay Nixon. They are expected to unveil plans about a possible new football stadium in an effort to keep the Rams from moving out of St. Louis and revitalize the downtown area. That news conference is expected to begin momentarily. News 4 Sports Director Maurice Drummond is at that conference. But first, we are covering the developing news out of Paris. Within the hour, we have learned that the two terror suspects on the run are now dead. French authorities shot and killed the men during a standoff with police. Marley Hall has the latest details.
Two different hospitals.
Marley Hall, CBS News.
New at noon, Navy divers are searching around the wreckage of the AirAsia plane in an effort to find the aircraft's black box. Part of the plane's tail was found on the floor of the Java Sea. It is the first big piece of the wreckage found since the plane went down December 28th. The black boxes are located near the rear of the plane. Search crews reported signals and pings near the tail's location. 48 bodies have been recovered by Friday, 27 of which have been successfully identified. Now, it has been the big story here at home all week, the bitterly cold temperatures. Megan Danahay is in the Weather Center. Megan, what can we expect the rest of this Friday? Now, the Bridgeton landfill takes center stage today in St. Louis County Court. Missouri Attorney General Chris Koster wants to know if an underground fire there is coming close to radioactive waste. That waste was dumped in the Westlake landfill nearly 40 years ago. Here's the problem, though. Republic Services has not been willing to provide that information. Now, Koster is seeking a court order. News 4 will have an update to this story tonight on News 4 at 5 o'clock. And now we are going to send it out to that news conference that is about ready to start.
We'll provide and identify yourself prior to asking your questions. There'll be ample time for the Q&A after the
club seats and things like that. Well, those are a byproduct of our building. So part of what we're trying to address is that shortcoming.
That was Dave Peacock, who is very involved with City Arch River, also one of the former presidents of Anheuser-Busch, talking about the new plans for a possible new stadium here in St. Louis. It'll be just north of Lumiere, north of the Arch, just a little bit south of the new stand span. Something he mentioned is this entire project will not be taxpayer funded, but the price tag of this is nearly $860 million to $890 million. To put that into some perspective for you, that's about $200 million more than the entire Stan Musial Veterans Memorial Bridge cost this area. He says there is an urgency to get this going for the community, but not because of what is happening in other markets, specifically Los Angeles. Now, we will have much more on this coming up on News 4 at 5 o'clock. Stick with us, though. You're watching News 4 at noon. Be sure to tune in to News 4 at 5 o'clock for much more information about that new stadium possibly being built in St. Louis.
And we'll have the full forecast with that late weekend ice potential as well.
Have a good afternoon.